We have two kinds of markers at the Drawing Center. We have Mr. Sketches and we have Crayola markers. Mr. Sketch markers have a chisel tip. Crayola markers have a pointed tip. Do you see the difference between these two markers? This one has been used a lot more than this one. This happens when we color up and down like this. Instead of using the side of the marker, it gets squished down. If you come across a marker like this, it could still be fine to color with, but if you start using it and it looks really light like this and you see a lot of white paper, it's drying out. Markers dry out for several reasons. One, you use it a lot and you use up all the ink, or two, you don't put the lid on. Right now it looks like my lid's on, but I haven't heard that magical noise. Hear that click? That means the lid is on. Please be a marker hero and save the life of these markers. Help them last as long as possible. If you do come across one that's old, give it to Mrs. Schnauzer. A marker like this I can use two different ways. I can make a thin line using the tip, or I can use the side of the marker and it'll make a nice thick line. When it comes to coloring something in, let's say I want to color this heart in. I could color it in like this, all the directions I want, and it'll look all right. You see how it's a little darker in one area than others? That's because I went over it more than once. If I want to make it look a little neater, I could color it in going in the same direction. So I'm just going up and down, and notice how I'm going a little slower. That helps the ink come out better, and it also looks neater when you see the marker lines all going in the same direction. Another thing you can do if you're coloring in with a different color is outline first. I outline and then I color it in. Notice I'm using the side of my marker to do that because I have a big area. I want to use the bigger part of the marker. This marker that has a chisel tip also makes a thin line if I use the tip of it, or I can use it to make a nice thick line. Again, the same goes with coloring in. Add a little bumper zone. Make it thicker if I don't want to go outside of my lines by outlining, and then color it in slowly. That can also add to the effect and make it look kind of cool. Remember, side for wide. Take your time, but don't forget to click it shut and be a marker hero.